The government of Ghana is doing a lot to improve on education. But one of the things I learned in my geography class is that resources are not, they become. Okay? Now, there's a challenge in terms of resources. Government has to mobilize resources. They have been able to do well compared to other African countries, where they are voting about 30% of the national budget to support education, which is equivalent of 10% of the gross domestic product of Ghana, GDP of Ghana. If you take other sub-Saharan Africans, most of them are below 15%. That's a good achievement. But if you look at the fact that 400,000 children, like Judith said, are out of school, then we have a long way to go, and there's the need for more investment in education. What the donors contribute, according to the the Ministry of Education, is just about 5.3% of the total education budget. And so it's not much that is coming in terms of money. It's not much that is coming in. So we think that civil society can do a lot to support education in Ghana. WUSC is doing well. They send us expertise in various areas to help with education issues, gender mainstreaming, and things like that in Ghana. But one other area that I think we can look at is that, and which Ghana can learn, is that I've noticed that among the young people in Canada, there is this drive in them to support development. And many of them are not even looking at development of young people in Canada, but they are looking at overseas. And they are making commitments to come to Ghana, go to far places and help to develop the country. And I think we can take a cue from that as, and I'm talking to the Ghanaians here, as Ghanaians. One of the things that most Ghanaian groups in the various countries were doing is they mobilize resources, they send it home through the traditional systems or through individuals, opinion leaders, to perhaps build schools, to support teachers and things like that. I think this is an initiative that perhaps WUSC can work together with some of the Ghanaian citizens and other nationals who are interested in promoting education but may not be able to go to support. Let me give you an example. There's a community in the Western region. The Western region, Takwa area, does a lot of gold mining. There are a lot of gold mining corporations there. And recently, there's what we call in Ghana galamsey, which is illegal mining. They use raw methods to try to extract minerals from the earth. And it is so rewarding that in one district, our regional coordinator tells us that school blocks that have been built are empty because the children get more money doing galamsey than going to school. And their parents are pushing them to go for the galamsey, because if he goes to do galamsey for 1 week, he can get close to or even more than your monthly salary. Okay? So the children are being forced by their children to do something like that against the future of the children themselves and the country. And the district assembly is at a loss as to what to do. Because one, the children see the teacher is very poor, he's not paid well, the teacher is not a role model again, he doesn't motivate anybody again. Number two, they know people who have gone to school, who live in Accra, and virtually they are just hustling. So why don't you do galamsey? The money is in the earth. Anytime it finishes, you can go back and carry the thing again and you get some money. And these are some of the challenges that government has to, or government is confronted with. And we believe that with the support of organizations like you or your input, we believe we can support teachers. That's an area that we may not have looked at. We believe a few Ghanaians can come together and decide the Ghana Education Service has earmarked 53 districts, which is considered as deprived district based on some indicators. And these are districts where teachers don't want to go. Government is trying to motivate teachers. There are a lot of issues, but we can help in a certain way. We can decide to help build teachers' accommodation. We can decide to support through the district assembly some level of motivation for teachers. Some are doing work in teacher training and inserts and things like that. But I think that with the current global crisis, most of the developed countries are cutting back on their promises and their pledges to support education. And we have to take our destiny into our own hands and support a generation. If we don't, a whole generation will be lost. And I've seen that in South Africa, where because of the apartheid, a certain generation did not get education, and there are problems in that country. And if we don't do well to support education, not just in Ghana, but in the rest of Africa, we are going to have several challenges. So I think this is another area that we can look at as civil society.